In the last class, we discussed about some properties of inverse trigonometric function. Based on that property, let us discuss some problem. Okay. In that first one, find the principal value of the following. Principal value means the codomain of inverse function. The codomain of inverse function, that is theta, that you have to find. Sine inverse of root 3 by 2. You know the column of sine 0, sine 30, sine 45, sine 90, etc. Correct? Sine inverse of root 3 by 2, you have to find the principal value, that is the codomain, that is equal to theta. Okay, take this one as a theta. Sine inverse of root 3 by 2 as a theta, that implies sine theta is equal to root 3 by 2. For which value of theta? The answer is root 3 by 2. You know that one. Sine 60 is theta is equals to pi by 3. That is sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Sin 60 value is root 3 by 2. Therefore, our answer is root 3 pi by 3. That is 60. Theta is lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. That is our codomain. 60 lies between these two values. The next is sine inverse of minus 1 by 2. You know that sine inverse of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. Sine of inverse of 1 by 2. This is because sine inverse of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. This is one property. This is equal to minus sine inverse of 1 by 2 value we know, that is sine 30. Correct? Sine 30 is equal to 1 by 2, that is equal to pi by 6. Understood? We know that sine 30, that is sine 30 is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore, sine inverse of 1 by 2 is equal to 30 degree. That is pi by 6. Next is cos inverse of minus 1 by root 2. We know that cos inverse of minus theta, cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse of x. Correct? Cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse of x. Therefore, pi minus cos inverse of 1 by root 2. We know that cos inverse of 1 by root 2. You have to remember that column. Cos inverse of 1 by root 2 is pi by 4. That is 45 degree. That implies 4 comes to here. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 pi by 4. Answer is 3 pi by 4. Understood? Cos inverse of minus 1 by root 2. We know that cos inverse of minus x is equals to pi minus cos inverse of x. Here cos inverse of 1 by root 2. We know that cos of pi by 4 is equal to 1 by root 2. Correct? Cos of pi by 4 is equal to 1 by root 2. Cos inverse of 1 by root 2 is equal to pi by 4. Take a LCM, that is a 4. 4 pi minus pi is equal to 3 pi by 4. The next is tan inverse of root 3. Tan inverse of root 3, you know that take this one as a theta, implies tan theta is equal to root 3. For which value of theta? Tan is root 3, that is 60. That implies theta is equal to 60 pi by 3. Understood? The next is the cosecant inverse of 2. Cosecant is 1 by cos. Cosecant inverse of 2 is equal to sine inverse of 1 by 2. Which property this one? Cosecant inverse of x is equal to sine inverse of 1 by x. The property is cosecant inverse of x is equal to sine inverse of 1 by x. Sine inverse of 1 by 2 value no, that is 30 degree. That is equal to pi by 6. Understood? Consider next problem. Sine inverse of sine 2 pi by 3. 2 pi by 3 value is 120. Correct? We know that sine inverse of sine theta is equal to theta when theta lies between minus 90 to plus 90. Therefore, sine inverse of sine, this is not equal to 2 by 3. We have to convert this into some value that lies between minus 90 to plus 90. We know that the sine inverse of sine of theta can be written as sine of 180 minus theta, correct? Sine of 180 minus theta is always equal to sine theta, that is understood. This can be written as 2 pi by 3 can be written as pi minus pi by 3. Because 3 ones are 3, 3 minus 1 is 2. Sine of 2 pi by 3 can be written as sine of pi minus pi by 3. That implies sine inverse of, we know that sine of 180 minus theta is equal to sine theta. Because this lies in the second quadrant, that is all student taking coffee, that is I think. Here all are positive, here only sine and cosecant is positive, here only tan is positive, here is a cos is positive. This is 0 degree, this is 180 degree, this is 90 degree, this is 270 degree. 180 minus theta, that is always a sine theta. 180 minus theta is always sine theta. Sine of 180 minus theta, that is pi by 3. That is 60, correct? Sine 60. Here you can see that sine inverse of sine theta, this 60 is lies between pi by 3 is belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. That is, it is lies between minus 90 to plus 90. Therefore, sine inverse of sine theta is equal to theta. Understood? The question is sine inverse of sine 2 pi by 3. Here 2 pi by 3, that is equal to 120, correct? If you convert this radian into degree, it is 120 degree. It is does not belong to the interval minus 90 to plus 90. Therefore, we have to convert this into the sum theta. It is belongs to minus 90 to plus 90. Convert this 120 can be written as 180 minus 60, correct? 120 can be written as 180 minus 60, that is 180 means pi minus pi by 3. We know that sine of 180 minus theta is sine theta, therefore sine of pi minus pi by 3 is equal to sine pi by 3. This pi by 3, this is 60 is lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, that is in the closed interval minus 90 to plus 90. Therefore, sine inverse of sine theta is equal to theta. This is one property you know. The next problem is sine inverse of cos pi by 9. Sine inverse of cos pi by 9. This is in the form of cos, this is in the form of sines. We don't know any property for this. For that, we have to convert this cos into sine. That is a sine inverse of, you know that cos, sine all are positive in the first quadrant. Sine, cos all are positive in the first quadrant, and 90 minus anything. Sine of 90 minus anything is always converted into cos of that one. That means cos of 90 minus theta is sine theta. Sine of 90 minus theta is cos theta. Understood? Cos of 90 minus theta is always sine theta, and sine of 90 minus theta is cos theta, because for a 90 degree and 270 degree, if you add or subtract, cos is converted into sine and sine is converted into cos, tan is converted into cot, like that. Okay. Cos of pi by 9 can be written as sine of 90 minus pi by 9. Understood? Sine of 90 minus pi by 9 is equal to cos of pi by 9. Solve this. Sine inverse of sine of 9 to the 18, 9 minus 2, 7 pi. Understood? This is 7 pi. This is 180, that means 18 ones are 18 ones are get cancelled. This is equal to 70 degree. This lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, correct? This comes to 70 degree. 70 degree lies is less than 90 degree. Therefore, sine inverse of sine theta is equal to theta. This is the property you know. Understood? The next problem is sine of 1 by 2 into cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. This is sine, here is a cos. First you have to solve this one. Okay, cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. We know that cos of minus theta minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse of 1 by 2. Pi minus cos inverse of 1 by 2, because cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse of x. That is pi minus cos inverse of 1 by 2 value, you know, that is pi by 4. This is equal to 3 pi by 4. Sorry, pi 1 by 2 means this is the 60. This is 3 1 is 3, 3 minus 1, 2. 2 pi by 3. Okay. This is 2 pi by 3. Cos inverse of minus 1 by 2 value is 2 pi by 3. Substitute here, that implies sine of 1 by 2 into 2 pi by 3. 2 get cancelled. This is equal to sine of pi by 3. Sine of pi by 3 value we know, that is sine 60 is equals to root 3 by 2. Understood? Sine of 1 by 2 into cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. First you have to solve this cos inverse of minus 1 by 2, that is equal to cos of minus x is equals to pi minus cos inverse of x, that is pi minus pi by 3, that is equal to 2 pi by 3. Substitute this value here, we will get sine of 1 by 2 into 2 pi by 3. 2 get cancelled. Pi by 3 left. Sine 60 value you know, that is root 3 by 2. The next problem is sin inverse of cos x plus cos inverse of sin x divided by tan inverse of cot x plus cot inverse of tan x. You can see here sin inverse of cos x is there. I already told that cos can be converted into sin because 90 minus of that value changes the function, correct? Therefore it can be written as sin inverse of cos x can be written as sin of 90 minus x, and cos inverse of sin x can be written as cos of 90 minus x, divided by again tan inverse of cot x can be written as tan of 90 minus x, plus cot inverse of tan x can be written as cot of 90 minus x. What is left? Sin inverse of sin x you know. Sin inverse of sin x is equal to pi by 2 minus x. Here also pi by 2 minus x divided by pi by 2 minus x plus pi by 2 minus x. Correct? Numerator and denominator is same. Both are get cancelled. Therefore, answer is 1. Understood? Pi by 2 to pi by 2, this is 180, minus x minus 2x will come. Here also 90 180 and minus x is minus x minus 2x will come. Numerator and denominator is same, both are get cancelled, that answer is 1. Understood? The next problem is secant inverse of 2 times of tan pi by 4, that is equal to secant inverse of 2 times of tan pi by 4 value you know, that is 1. That implies secant inverse of 2 ones are 2. Secant inverse can be is cos inverse of 1 by 2, correct? Because secant inverse of x is equal to cos inverse of 1 by x. This property you know. Therefore, secant inverse of 2 is equal to cos inverse of 1 by 2. Cos inverse of 1 by 2 value you know, that is pi by 3. Understood? Here secant inverse of 2 times of tan pi by 4. Pi by 4 means 45. Tan 45 value is 1. 2 ones are 2. Secant inverse of 2 can be written as cos inverse of 1 by 2 because secant inverse of x is equals to cos inverse of 1 by x. Cos inverse of 1 by 2 value you know, that is 60 degree, that is pi by 3. Next is tan inverse of root 3 minus cot inverse of minus root 3. Tan inverse of root 3 value you know, that is 60 degree minus inside the bracket cot inverse of minus theta, cot inverse of minus x is pi minus cot inverse of root 3, correct? This is again pi by 3 minus pi minus cot inverse of x is equal to tan inverse of 1 by root 3. This is because of cot inverse of x is equal to tan inverse of 1 by x. That is pi by 3 minus pi minus 30 degree. Correct? This implies pi by 3 minus 6 1 is 6, 6 minus 2 1 is 5 pi by 6. This is again what is common denominator? Here common denominator is 6 2 pi minus 5 pi, that is equal to minus 3 pi by 6. 3 1s are 3 2s are, that is minus pi by 2. This is the answer. Question is tan inverse of root 3 minus cot inverse of minus root 3. This is pi by 3, that is 60 degree, minus pi minus cot inverse of root 3. This is because cot inverse of minus x equal to pi minus cot inverse of x. This is equal to pi minus tan inverse because cot inverse of x is equal to tan inverse of 1 by x. That you know one property. That is equal to pi by 3 minus of this one pi minus pi by 6. That is equal to 6 common denominator 5 pi by 6. This is simplification. Okay. The next problem is, next evaluate the following. In that first one, sine inverse of 4 by 5. We know that sine inverse of x is equal to x, where x lies between minus 1 and 1. You have to check whether this number is lies between minus 1 and 1. Of course, this lies between minus 1 and because 0 point some value will come. Correct. Therefore, sine inverse of 4 by 5 is equal to 4 by 5. The next problem is sine of tan inverse of 3 by 4. Sine of tan inverse of 3 by 4. This first we have to convert this tan value into sine value. Let us take tan inverse of 3 by 4. Let us take tan inverse of 3 by 4 is equal to theta. That implies tan theta is equal to 3 by 4. We know that in a right angle triangle, theta is here, 90 degree is here. Okay. This is a theta. Tan theta is equal to opposite side by tan is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. Correct. This is the theta. Tan theta is opposite. This is 3. This is 4. Apply the Pythagoras theorem, that is hypotenuse square is equal to sum of other two sides square. Correct. Therefore, take this one as x square equal to 3 square plus 4 square, that is equal to 9 plus 16, that is equal to 25. Therefore, x is equals to 5. X is equal to 5. By using this, you can find the value of sin theta. Tan theta is equal to 3 theta, and that implies sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse, that is 3 by 5. Okay, sin theta is equal to 3 by 5. That implies theta equal to sin inverse of 3 by 5. Understood? Here I take tan inverse of 3 by 4 is equal to theta. Tan theta is equal to 3 by 4. Apply the right angle triangle and Pythagoras theorem. We will get a sin theta is equal to 3 by 5. From this, theta is equal to sin inverse of 3 by 5. From these two equations, sin inverse of 3 by 5 is equal to tan inverse of 3 by 4, because theta and theta are equal. Because one side is equal, therefore tan inverse of 3 by 4 is equal to this one. Therefore, our given question equation 1 can be written as sine of tan, instead of tan inverse of 3 by 4, I will write a sine inverse of 3 by 5. Of course, 3 by 5 is less than 1 and greater than minus 1. Therefore, the answer is 3 by 5. Understood? Sine of tan inverse of 3 by 4. Here sine function is there, here tan function is there. First you have to convert this tan function to the sine function. Next substitute here, you will get the answer. The next problem, secant of sine inverse of 5 by 13. Here also you have to convert this into secant function. For that you have to take sine inverse of 5 by 13 is equal to theta. That implies sine theta is equal to 5 by 13. Again draw the same procedure. You know that sine theta is equal to opposite sides by hypotenuse, that is 5 by 13. By the Pythagoras theorem you can apply. Here 12 will come. Okay. Because 13 square minus 5 square, that is 13 square is 169, 5 square is 25. You will get a 144. Square root of 144 is a 12. By this you can find secant theta. Secant theta is equal to hypotenuse divided by adjacent side, because it is a ulta of a cos. So cos is adjacent by hypotenuse, therefore secant is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent. That implies theta is equal to secant inverse of 13 by 12. Apply here, that is implies secant of secant inverse of 13 by 12, that is equal to 13 by 12 is we know that this axis lies between except minus 1 and 1 all the real number, therefore 13 by 12 is in our domain. Next one is sine of tan inverse of minus 5 by 12. First we have to convert this into positive. We know that tan inverse of minus x is equal to minus tan inverse x, corrected, minus tan inverse of 5 by 12. Sine of minus theta minus x is equal to minus sine of tan inverse of 5 by 12. Let us take tan inverse of 5 by 12 is equal to theta. That implies tan theta is equal to 5 by 12. Again by using a Pythagoras theorem, tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. The hypotenuse becomes 13. Here sine function is there, therefore we have to find sine theta. Sine theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Implies theta is equal to sine inverse of 5 by 12. That implies this equation becomes minus of sine inverse of 5 by 12. That implies minus sine inverse of 5 by 12 is 5 by 12. The next problem is tan inverse of 2 times of cos of 2 times of sine inverse of 1 by 2. Simplify first this bracket, that is tan inverse of 2 times of cos as it is into 2 times of sine inverse of 1 by 2 value we know, that is sine 30. Sine 30 is equal to 1 by 2, therefore sine inverse of 1 by 2 is equals to pi by sine 30, correct, that is pi by 6. That implies tan inverse of 2 times of cos of 2 ones are 2 3s, that is pi by 3. That implies tan inverse of 2 times of cos pi by 3 value is 1 by 2. Tan 60 is 1 by 2. Again 2 and 2 get cancelled. Tan inverse of 1. We know the value of tan inverse of 1, that is pi by 4. Understood? First tan inverse of 2 times of cos of 2 times of sine inverse of 1 by 2. Sine inverse of 1 by 2 value is pi by 6, that is 30 degree. 2 ones are 2 3s, that is cos of pi by 3. Cos of pi by 3 value is 1 by 2. 2 get cancelled. Tan inverse of 1 value is pi by 4.